Sensory or calming jars, bottles, how to make them, and things that I learned to save you time and money. I've made about 6 of these things. Different colors, different bottles, and I think what I learned will be helpful for you. First of all, let's go to glue. There's many different kinds of glue. There's tacky glue, there's Elmer's clear glue, and there's this glitter glue. What I learned, here's the orange bottle. It has a dwell time of about 43 seconds. And that used the clear glue here. Kind of expensive and didn't work very well. But this one probably is the most disappointing. And quite frankly, you need a lot of it. So, Elmer's clear glue, out the door. This glue, on the other hand, is very thick and led to greatest amount of dwell time. In fact, you could look at this bottle for about over 3 minutes and you'll still see the glitter action. Now, if you like to have fast action, I guess, then there you go. But you can see pretty quickly as you're watching this, comparing the two bottles, the glitter goes pretty quickly from here and it just kind of stays right there. So the winner and still champion, glitter glue. Now let's talk about bottles. Okay, as you can see from here, I've used a lot of different bottles. This is a variation of one of these. It's kind of nice because you have the top and the bottom. This is just a simple drink bottle, and this is a spice bottle. It's pretty important to make sure the lid gets on there tight. But probably the best bottle, especially for children, is this one here. Vitamin bottles. Here's an example of one right here. Because once you cinch that down, it's hard to get off. Now you could super glue these things, but from what I understand, that's kind of a mixed bag. But use these bottles here, you take off this little paper filter thing, and you'll find a nice little plastic liner that will cinch down real good. Now this one's another option, but unfortunately it's not very stable. So sure, you can look at it, but as you can see, it's not as stable as a bottle like that, or a bottle like this, or even a bottle upside down like that. So let's talk a little bit about what you might need from a tool standpoint. Something for water, a nice little stir, a funnel. And what I was doing is I was mixing my glue in mason jars or ball jars. I found that I didn't want to do it in here because we do this for food, but we sacrificed a ball jar. You put the water and the glue in there. Just a note, here's our little chart here. So for this, for every 4 ounces of water, you add an ounce of glitter glue, and there you go. So that's 5 ounces of mixture. So for a 20 ounce, you would use 4 ounces of this, 16 ounces of water, and there you go. As far as glitter goes, you really don't want to cheap out. It's nice to have some bigger glitter, smaller glitter, much different kinds of glitter. I've got almost every color here. Amazingly enough, green looks good in green, purple looks good in purple, and blue looks good in blue. And if you want to add a little food coloring to give the color maybe a little bit more, you could just add one drop. Once you start moving these things around, you'll notice the water changes color. Woo! To match the glitter. So some helpful hints right here. I warmed the water in a microwave for about 90 seconds on high. I noticed that the temperature is about 120 degrees as I measured it. Used the mason jars to mix, and pretty cheap and pretty safe. Use a whisk or even just this is just a chopstick to stir up the mixture until it's blended. That's where the heat helps for that. But then again, you could melt the bottles pretty quickly if you put 120 degrees water or boiling water into a bottle like this. So make sure that the temperature of the water before you transfer it into the bottle is, I'm saying less than 90 degrees to be safe. You can tell that it's less than 98 degrees by putting your finger in there, and if it really doesn't feel much colder, then you're probably about 98 degrees, and just to be on the safe side, let it cool a couple more minutes, and there you go. And as you'll notice, when the glitter settles out, a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch is not unrealistic to really get a good show going. And glitter is relatively cheap, but as you can see the big ones here. Colors, different colors of water makes a difference, but it's a lot of fun. Everybody seems to enjoy it in the family. It's a big hit at the school. My son took one into his class, his 4th grade class, and the kids couldn't leave him alone. But if the kid's having a rough day and he just wants to have a little fireworks show, there's something a little magic about that. Relatively safe. I would suggest using plastic bottles. Some people use glass, but I really think the plastic is best. And these really can take a good bit of abuse. I wouldn't throw them on the floor or flip them like some of the kids like to do, but as you can see, lots of color, and you could just sit it down there like that and kind of watch it all day. So there you go. Hope you enjoy this video. Always appreciate your likes and comments, and I look forward to doing a couple more videos on different subjects that I think kids would like and that are easy to do. Thanks.